Welcome to VCA. I'm going to walk you through Open Studio. Open Studio is a $12 studio fee per person doing an activity plus whatever pieces or supplies you use. So we'll start over this side. Okay, so one of the things we have are boxes. We have a variety of different sizes and shaped boxes you can paint with a pattern or design. You can put shells and buttons and beads on it to decorate it if you like. We also stack them and make people and beasts and monsters and robots. Now, one of the things that's cool with the boxes is while it looks like a sculpture, it is secretly boxes. So you can stash your loot in there and nobody will know. Over here is the wood section. There's all kinds of wood pieces and plastic toy pieces and shells and pine cones and tiles. There's buttons and pom-poms and feathers. We have little bells, little ornament bells and pine cones over here. Over here we have all kinds of flowers and yarn and ribbon and cord. What we do is we start out with a hardboard panel, something like a hardboard panel like that or a piece of cardboard as a base. You get a bucket, you go around, gather a bunch of pieces. We set you up with hot glue guns and gloves. You put the piece, put the glue, put the piece, and just build crazy sculptures. We just did a birthday party today with 17 kids doing wood sculpture. It was pretty awesome. So you could just build random crazy. We also have a couple of samples here. This is a sample of a classroom, an art classroom, and this is a sample of a beach scene inside of a beach scene with all the little creatures, which is really pretty cool. Now over here, we have canvases and easels. We have an extensive library of books and magazines. You could find a picture of something that you like and do a painting for your room. Now, a couple things we do with the paintings when we're done, sometimes we'll go to the wall and grab a few things and glue them onto the painting, and it three-dimensionalizes it instead of being a flat piece. Another thing that we do is we have big boxes upstairs, so we take your finished painting and put it in the box, and we splatter paint it, which is pretty cool. Kind of adds a little personal touch to it. Now, in the ceramic section, anything ceramic can be painted with glaze and stay and get fired. Cups, bowls, plates, vases, anything food-oriented have to be painted with glaze in order to use them. Any of the figurines, banks, boxes, non-food items, we have the option of painting with acrylic. We spray it with a clear, makes it shiny, and you take it home today, instant grad kind of thing. Another thing that's really popular is painting an animal and then using all of the wood wall stuff to build a habitat or an environment around the animal. So those are our main Open Studio activities. We have tons and tons of beads if you want to string beads or do some jewelry making. We also have bins and bins of specialty papers for collage or card making. We're a place of creativity. We want people to come in and just have an experience being creative outside the box thinking most of the time. Over here, we have our splat wall. What we do is we use a corrugated signboard as a palette, just like this, and any of the extra paint just gets put on the wall and smeared on the wall. Now this wall is about 4 years old. In 20, when we were closed, we revamped the studio, repainted the floors, resplattered. We took the wall down, cut it into sections, and we had an auction in May celebrating our 25th anniversary. So we have pieces in frames. This wall will be cut down. We'll see how it builds up, but the last one lasted 15 years before we did it, which is kind of cool. The first kids that splatted have long since graduated college, which is kind of a longevity thing for us. It's pretty cool. Now back here, this is our back room. We do birthday parties. Our cartooning class happens back here. Some of our different adult events, did a bridal shower a couple weeks ago back here. This is a multi-purpose functional room. We have projectors on both walls. We have flat screen TVs for any kind of digital stuff. In our cartooning class, a lot of times we have a document camera and he'll look at the artwork of the students and project it on the wall. So as he's critiquing, everyone in the class is watching on a big screen. Now we also have our spin art ceiling here, which I don't know if you can flip that up to see or not. but that's a pretty popular thing. When people come in, you put your camera on the table and put it camera up, your phone on the table, put your camera up, and when you do a headshot, just a selfie with that as the background, it comes out it's the coolest image ever. And you send it to people and they have no idea where you are, which is kind of cool. This is our main pottery studio. We took over this unit about 10 or 12 years ago, expanded our pottery potential, acquired some more wheels. Right now, between here and the annex, we have, I think, 20 wheels, which is unheard of for any business to have that many. So we do a lot of pottery wheel, we do hand building, we have tables here, we have our slab roller over on this side for a lot of flat slab work and texturing stuff, where you roll a slab out and then you put a texture in it and then you form it to make a bowl or a vase or a mug, things like that. And we do classes, we do after-school classes, we do evening classes. Basically, with pottery, you're registering for the lessons, you're registering and paying, and then that information goes to the instructor who gets in touch with you to set up times that work between you. So it's not necessarily set Tuesday at 7 o'clock. It can be flexible to your schedule and the instructor. So it really works out a lot better that way. Now, all the shelves here you see are work in progress from all of the different classes. If you'll see some of the posters and notifications, those are pieces that we submitted to the National Ceramics Exhibition that were chosen out of the ones that we submitted. We've had kids chosen now for, I think, 6 years, and I think there's a total of about maybe 20 kids that have received awards and cash prizes or supply prizes from this nationally recognized organization, which is really a pretty good thing. They take 12 to 1,400 submissions from around the country and pick between 110 and 130 pieces to be shown at the event. And we've had children's work chosen for a number of years to be representational of all the nation. It's quite an honor.